Hi, and welcome to the second edition of USC Update. I'm Leah Kern.
And I'm Maddie Groninger.
Today we will be telling you news from around the Upper St. Clair School District.
USC High School offensive lineman Brandon Ford was named to the Big 33 Football Classic. The game will be held on June 18th at Hershey Park Stadium. Brandon has announced plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh on a football scholarship. During International Education Week, the high school held a number of events. Global Q has become one of the week's more popular events. Here with more on the Global Q quiz competition is Michael Gallagher.
This December, students participated in the Global Quiz Bowl to kick off International Education Week. Students were having lots of fun competing.
Having a great time, a blast. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, I'm having a real good time.
The competition was headed by challenge teacher Mrs. Palazzolo.
We want something that really gets the students engaged and excited and realizing it can be fun to learn about other cultures and other languages and just generally have an introduction to parts of the world that they maybe had not thought about before.
One of the top competitors was Stephen Chung and his team of sophomores.
I got to be with my friends in this one group, and it was really fun because we get to learn about, global topics while having fun and doing the quiz itself.
Stephen's team placed second, but winning only allows a team to choose where the money for the event is donated. Students also make the questions for the event, making it a great event to kick off International Education Week.
Well, it's just an action-packed way to start, and we designed the questions in such a way that they're not things that you would necessarily know about, but it's very low pressure, so it gets people talking to one another and perhaps even having some of the students go home and bring up some of that interesting little tidbits of information at the family dinner table.
This has been Michael Gallagher reporting for USC Update.
Second graders from Streams Elementary School enjoyed a visit by the Japan-America Society of Pennsylvania. After studying the culture, the students had an opportunity to experience life as living as a child in Japan. Established in 1986, the Japan-America Society of Pennsylvania is an association of individuals, corporations, and organizations in the state and its surrounding regions with the purpose of promoting appreciation and enlightening relations between the United States and Japan. Chanticleers is a prestigious musical group at the high school. The group is led by Miss Lorraine Millivac and performs throughout the year. Here with more on the Chanticleers is Ben Nadler.
The Chanticleers is one of the many marvels of the Upper St. Clair High School. The elite choir, directed by the choir teacher Ms. Lorraine Millivac, sets itself apart from the others because of its rigor and need for quality. A 3-year member, Senior Turner Queen, found his inspiration in choir after seeing the Chanticleers for the first time in middle school.
When I heard how amazing the singing was, so I'm thinking that this choir thing might actually be a passion that I want to pursue. So I stuck with it and worked really hard and got into it my sophomore year, and here I am.
Another Chanticleer veteran, Cara Ravazio, explained the responsibilities of being a part of the choir.
We have auditions every year, and we have very minimum time to practice. We only practice for like an hour a week as opposed to having a class every day like the other choirs in the school, yet we're expected to be the best, so you have to be very focused and you have to want to be here. My favorite part about Chanticleers is getting to know the people you're singing with and then struggling through the piece together, and finally everyone gets it and we all click, and it's just fantastic because then you look at each other and you smile and you're like, we did that, we did this, and it's just nice to know that other people shared in the success and the satisfaction of a job well done. So
Despite rehearsing only once a week, with the expectations to impress and perform regularly, the Chanticleers have not disappointed, and the quality of the group lies not only in their professionalism and polish, but also in the friendships formed regardless of grade. Recent performances have received rave reviews. This has been Ben Nadler for USC Update.
USC High School Assistant Speech and Debate sponsor, Mr. David Watson, recently earned his first Diamond Award from the National Speech and Debate Association for achieving 1,000 career coaching points. Mr. Watson began coaching for the USC Forensics team in the 2006-2007 school year when he was a substitute teacher for the district. He has since coached the students to numerous final rounds, state and national appearances, and 8 individual state championships. Mr. Watson, a member of the USC High School English Department, also serves as the yearbook sponsor. Earlier this year, a number of Upper St. Clair students were recognized by the National Merit Scholarship Program. Leah Kern attended the ceremony and filed this report.
On November 5th, Upper St. Clair recognized multiple students for being National Merit Scholarship semifinalists. In order to be National Merit Scholarship semifinalist, the students had to receive scores on the PSAT that were within the top 16,000 scores received total. Dr. Angelo, the high school principal, commented on how students achieved such impressive accolades.
The thing about achieving this level of success in academics is that we have to recognize the hard work and efforts that our students put in is significant, but it's really not the only piece of the successful formula. There's really a partnership that we need to recognize, and it's between the students, the teachers, and the families. And without supportive teachers and very supportive families who are all dedicated to the same goals, these great things just can't be achieved.
Daniel Quiroga, a student who is a commended National Merit Scholar, told us about the process of receiving this award.
Well, it started with preparation. I mean, you go in and you know that the test can be hard. You know everyone's vying for the spot. So you prepare, you study, and then you just come into the test knowing that you're fully ready to take it and make it past the high scores. So that's where it all started. And then from there, it was just praying that you'd get in.
Rachel Van Ryzen, a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist, let us know about her plans for the future.
So hopefully I'm planning to major in biomedical engineering for undergrad, and then after that go on to med school. The ultimate end goal is to become a facial reconstructive surgeon. So it's a high goal. It's going to take me like 15 years to get through undergrad and med school and internships and residency and plastics rotations, but it's a long-term plan, but I hope I'll get there.
In February, these students will find out if they become finalists, which leads them one step closer to receiving the National Merit Scholarship. We wish these students the best of luck, and this has been Leah Kern for USC Update. USC High School head football coach Jim Render was honored with the Mickey Minnick Legendary Coach Award during the Mr. Pennsylvania Football Awards ceremony held at the Holiday Inn Harrisburg Hershey in Grantville, Pennsylvania. SportsRecruiters.com sponsored the 6th annual Mr. Pennsylvania Football Awards on Saturday, February 13th. Selected by the fans, the media, and the coaches, each representing 1/3 of the vote, awards recognize the best high school football players and coaches in Pennsylvania. For the evening's festivities, the keynote speaker was the University of Pittsburgh's head football coach, Mr. Pat Narduzzi. Coach Render's career record is currently 384 wins, 130 losses, and 7 ties. Another annual event during International Education Week is the Student Talent Show. Students showed off some of their international talents for the school. Here with more is Nick France.
On Friday, December 11th, Upper St. Clair held the International Education Week Talent Show, where students can show off their multicultural and international talents. Senior Ben Nadler showed off his singing skills by singing 3 different international songs.
Oh, it was nerve-wracking. I performed a lot, but despite that, I still get knobbly knees and huge butterflies and would, rather sometimes not perform almost, but once I get going, I usually feel alright.
Many students were in attendance. We asked junior Dylan Lincek which act was his favorite.
John Lynn's was my favorite for his cool yo-yo tricks.
John Lynn displayed his skills with a Chinese yo-yo, something he learned back in his home country.
Taiwan, it was, I think, 3rd grade. We had a club and thing. I thought it was pretty cool at the time, and I had nothing else to do. So I just did it after school.
Upper St. Clair has many different people with many different talents. These students were lucky enough to show off theirs in front of their classmates. For USC Update, this is Nick France signing off.
Highlighting the best of Irving Berlin's lively career as a composer, White Christmas includes songs such as Happy Holidays, Let Yourself Go, Sisters, Snow, Let Me Sing and I'm Happy, Count Your Blessings Instead of Sheep, Blue Skies, and of course, White Christmas. The annual spring musical is performed over the first 2 weekends in March, Friday and Saturday, March 4th, 5th, 11th, and 12th at 7:30 p.m., Sunday, March 6th at 2 p.m., and Thursday, March 10th at 6:30 p.m. in the USC High School Theater. Before winter break, the high school's Make-A-Wish Club held their annual Holiday Hoops tournament. The 3-on-3 basketball event featured student and faculty teams. With more, here is Leah Kern.
The Holiday Hoops Tournament is an annual basketball tournament held by the Make-A-Wish Club in order to raise money for kids with cancer. Paige Boris talks about how far she made it in the tournament this year.
We went pretty far. I'm not sure. We had one game that was like pretty long. I think we won that, but I forget.
Robbie Sagi then comments on what it means to him to play for such a good cause.
For such a good cause, I think it's necessary. I think it's great. I have a lot of fun doing it.
Kara Giselson then talks about what the club does with the money after they earn it.
This is the end of our 2-year period, and so we'll present a check to the ladies at the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they'll give the money to a kid, and the following year the kid will give us a video of what he did for his wish. So it's cool to see how we helped him.
The Holiday Hoops Tournament raises money for a great cause, and we hope to see it continued throughout the years. Thank you for listening, and this has been Leah Kern for USC Update. On Tuesday, February 9th, 20 Boyce Middle School students participated in the Shakespeare monologue and scene contest sponsored by the Pittsburgh Public Theater. In addition, 35 Fort Couch Middle School and Upper St. Clair High School students also competed in this annual event. With over 1,000 participants in 2015-2016, the Shakespeare contest has become a wonderful opportunity for young people to experience the excitement of live performance while learning the works of William Shakespeare. Coaching sessions are conducted in January and February in the schools and at the O'Reilly Theater. Contestants present their pieces on the public's main stage in front of a panel of judges, and those who advance to the final round of the contest have the opportunity to perform at the showcase of finalists. Upper St. Clair's Tri-M Musical Honor Society performed a number of songs during the holiday season. Here with more on Tri-M is Ben Nadler.
Practice makes perfect, and for the Tri-M Music Honor Society, a weekly rehearsal is another step toward the caroling season. The club's president, Catherine Starr, a senior, enthusiastically said that the club would be doing more this year than it had in the past.
In the past, we would always have one meeting and then not do anything. So this year, we are doing stuff, and it's awesome.
She said the club would be preparing carols the next few weeks to sing for community service.
Currently, we are going to be singing Christmas carols for nursing homes, as well as just straight up caroling to raise money for charities. People should join because it's a great cause, it's a lot of fun, and it's a great opportunity to give back.
Club Vice President and Senior Jacob Ross leads the rehearsal from the piano, teaching vocal parts and encouraging members to sing out.
As Vice President, I run the music rehearsals, so I'm a piano player, so I get to play through the parts, I get to critique whoever is with us that particular day.
For Ross, community service was crucial.
My favorite part of Tri-M is the ability for me to help others experience what it's like to work inside their community. Music is a passion of mine, and getting to combine that with doing good and doing a service to others is something that I value.
Keeping time with the season's beat, Tri-M intends to make the most of its rehearsals before the holidays come around. Meetings are Thursdays after school in the choir room. This has been Ben Nadler for USC Update.
Parents are requested to register their kindergarten-aged children at the elementary school located in their attendance area. All children 5 years of age on or before September 1st, 2016 are eligible to register. Registration packets are available at the elementary schools anytime after February 22nd. Parents are encouraged to pick them up during school hours and return completed forms at the time of registration. Parents may attend a registration session at any school. There is also an evening session held at Central Office. It is not necessary that the student accompany the parent for registration. Baker, Eisenhower, and Streams registration will be Wednesday, March 2nd, 9 to 11 a.m. or 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. or in the central office at 1820 McLaughlin Run Road on Tuesday, March 15th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. The high school Veterans Day celebration has grown over the last few years. Mr. Dan Zielinski has coordinated the impressive event. Here with more on this year's Veterans Day Assembly is Nick France.
This year, Upper St. Clair held its annual Veterans Day Assembly. It is held every year to honor the veterans around our community. We talked to its organizer, Mr. Zielinski, about what Veterans Day means to him.
Veterans Day to me means honoring our loved ones who are serving in the military to protect our freedoms, freedoms that we sometimes take for granted, such as being able to vote for our representatives and have a voice in our own government, to being able to practice our religion freely, to speak freely. And we have to remember on Veterans Day that is not something that is just automatically given to us. Those are freedoms that are fought for.
Not a lot of people realize how much our veterans have given for us. Local veteran David Reese told us about what it means to him when people thank him for his service.
When I went into the service in the 60s, that's when the Vietnam protesters were spitting on people, disgracing the uniform, burning the flag. And I rode the bus to school. I was a commuter. And when I went to ROTC classes, I had to have my uniform on. And people on the buses would curse me and call me a killer and a warmonger. And that was a period of time when the military had no respect. And now I think it's totally a different environment, different story. And I'm very grateful for those who thank me. Again, even though I never saw combat, we were close to some very dangerous situations, and it makes me feel good.
This year on Veterans Day, make sure you honor and thank all the local veterans around our community. For USC Update, this is Nick France signing off.
Upper St. Clair School District is proud to announce that the 245 Upper St. Clair High School students who took the SAT College Entrance Exam in 2015 have ranked number 6 in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania among public, non-magnet high schools and number 1 in the Pittsburgh region with a combined SAT score of 1741. The SAT is a college readiness exam taken by approximately 1.4 million students each year in the United States. The last of our International Education Week stories focuses on a new addition to the week, an international film festival. Here's Kelly Kaufman with more.
The annual International Education Week at Upper St. Clair High School expanded its horizons this year by adding a film festival filled with short films from various countries. Mr. Kirchner, a social studies teacher with a love for movies, took over the planning.
Universities across the country, one of the things they do for their International Education Week is to have a short film festival, or sometimes feature-length films. I thought that would be perfect, but I knew I couldn't do it by myself and wanted it to be student-driven.
Ben Nadler, a senior and fellow film lover, gladly took the role of student leader.
I more or less just grabbed a bunch of YouTube and Vimeo videos that I scrounged from the internet, as well as some films that my mom recommended, and put together this event.
Planning on going to college for film, Ben appreciates what this event adds.
And that's kind of the beauty of this event. It's, sort of an introduction to people who may not have been introduced to international cinema in the first place, and now they get a chance to witness it firsthand right here.
Allie Rive, a junior, shared her opinions after attending the film festival.
We talk a lot about business internationally and I guess to some degree culture, but this is really interesting when we talk about the arts. These are really cool films that, everyone in the audience is reacting to no matter what their background is.
Even Mr. Kirchner was surprised by the extent of Ben's efforts.
It's just remarkable to see him do it and add even more to a really cool week.
Ben pointed out the positive aspects of the new event.
It's really good for everyone, and we all can use, it's all good for us to expand our horizons and expand our mind a little bit and think about what it's like, in different places of the world. Sometimes it's very different, and sometimes it's remarkably similar, and I think an event like this really shows that. It really shows how films that we have here in the States and then films that are made in the Netherlands or Germany or France or China can be, just as moving and just as compelling as films that we see every day.
Ben finished the event with positive hopes for the International Film Festival's future.
It can only grow if, someone else takes up the mantle and really puts forth effort.
This has been Kelly Kaufman for USC Update.
This has been our second episode for the USC Update. I'm Maddie Groninger.
And I'm Leah Kern. Thanks for watching.